Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. If you look at my deck here, I posted a screenshot on Twitter. If you don't follow me, there's a link in the description down below. Come over and follow me. I do screenshots and fun stuff over there. Not super active, but a little bit. Anyway, I posted a photo of my new all-time high. It was 34 and change. Don't remember exactly what it was, and I lost the next two after that, which is about how that goes. But when I posted this screenshot, you will notice that I have Reshiram with no Zekrom, and the question was asked why. So the reason why is because if you follow me and have been following me for any length of time, you know that I'm constantly looking for the sixth ban to complete my deck. I feel pretty good about Mew, Sceptile, Virizion, Zapdos, Phantom. There were, maybe as new Pokemon come out, there are Pokemon that could be switched out here. But I've always been wanting that sixth Mon. I've tried Terrakion, Vibrava, Rayquaza, Moltres, Cobalion. So I've tried a handful of different Pokemon, meta Pokemon, non-meta Pokemon, Deoxys A, I think I've even thrown in here from time to time. Just looking for the right piece. And I came to brainstorming and thought, why does Reshiram always have to have Zekrom? Like, I know they're the twins, and I know that they banish when they're both on the field, but I was looking at this wheel, and this is actually a really nice wheel. And when I was using Heatran or Moltres, the reason why I was choosing Pokemon like that is because when you're going up against tropical decks, and most of the decks nowadays are some build of a tropical deck, I find that to be the most common deck out there right now. But what I've noticed is they're really weak to Terrakion. So when I was running my deck and I always had a fifth blue Pokemon, if you look at this, Mew's got blue, Zapdos has blue, Sceptile has blue, Phantom has blue, and then Terrakion has blue, the Cobalion has a lot of blue, Poliwhirl maybe not has blue, but regardless, you see where I'm going with this. So I was constantly running into Terrakion on the opponent's side, where I was really struggling with how do I set up a board, because no matter what I do, I'm going to have ginormous miss. Also, because tropical decks typically struggle when there's more than one Pokemon that hits for 110 or higher, and because I have a Zapdos that's doing 110 damage, I got to thinking, why not try Reshiram as a straight attacker? It's not that bad of a wheel. I still have the overdrive plate, so I'm going to do 100 on my secondary attack, which 100 is good, right? Like, I know Swords of Justice, most Zapdos are well over 100 at this point, but 100 is not bad for your secondary attack. And if I'm not having and then 130 or 140 is great. And if I don't have overdrive on, and I'm a lot more selective about when I use my overdrive now, when I don't have it on, 11070 is, you have Raikou that's 11080 and 50. You have Heatran that's 110 with two 70s. You have Moltres, which is 110 and 60. So you kind of see where I'm going with this. It actually, on paper, looks like a really nice Pokemon, as is. And when you just have the one, the weight 9, it's a non-issue. So I threw it in here just to test out, to see how far it would take me. Most of what I've done to get up to this new highest rank that I've ever had has been with this deck. Not all of it, but a lot of it has. So here we go. I'm just going to jump into some league play. nothing new was really nothing new at all was released this morning as far as new like room matches or anything. So I won't go to anything like that. We do have a maintenance period that is 4 hours, I believe, coming up later today or tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. Since he doesn't have a tracking, I'm just going to go ahead and throw subtile out here. So there you go. That was the reasoning behind why I chose to go the way that I did. 104 is not bad. 105 is really good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up my board here. 91, that's pretty basic for today. Today's subtile. You know, as much as I've been playing the game, I don't feel like I see that many subtiles with crazy chain levels on it. Every now and then, you maybe come up with something, but for the most part, like, nothing that instills fear, that's for sure. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are actually going to hop over one. I don't want Verizion jumping into my corner just yet. I don't really have any problem throwing my Verizion right up in Rayquaza's face. He could land gold. I mean, it's entirely possible. No, I didn't get to protect. So that's a bummer. I'm actually going to backtrack here. Not that big of an issue because I can always just slide back if he brings Rayquaza down again, and he does. So I will just backtrack again. Not that big a deal. That was, you know, not super unfortunate that he landed his Typhoon Slash. Now, I don't want to put him there, so I'm just going to end that turn. I'm actually going to come over here and close that off just in case. It was more unfortunate that I landed my white attack than it was that he landed his Typhoon Slash there. So fly is bad. You know what? We're going to go ahead and take that because Rayquaza versus Mew is not a good matchup for Rayquaza. And this way I can apply some pressure on his side of the board, finally. Okay, I'm going to try to land the break energy. If I roll gold, he has nothing. Oh yeah, he could. He could roll 60 and still beat me. So I rolled gold, we're safe there. I'm actually going to just take this opportunity to get rid of Rayquaza. I don't feel like this is a waste of my max revive because I'm getting a very threatening Pokemon off the board. So I feel like it was a good use. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if we go unfortunate again. And we do, we land the white. So this this confused Vibrava has landed 2 perfect rolls. And we have nothing to show for it. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to come belly up right here in front of Zapdos. With Reshiram being 110 on his predominant attack, I'm not worried about... we're actually going to go here. I'm not too worried about Zapdos. I mean, I have a 25% chance of rolling so this is what it looks like when we are back to getting no rolls again. Gonna have to think of what we want to do here. I'm sure he has a hurdle jump. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay. So now I'm gonna need to backtrack. Well, for A, I'm gonna need Zapdos to survive, which at this point in time is not a given. Okay. So we are gonna survive. I think my best bet is to make sure that if Zapdos gets knocked out, I can still cover my goal. That's why I'm going to move back here, where normally, in this, now it's going to allow me to, he will probably use Tropical Energy to recover his Sceptile's paralysis, but that's okay. I'm not overly concerned about that. He does have Long Throw and Max Revive, so I'm definitely leery of that. I'm going to come back here. If I had moved my Reshiram into the corner, I think he may have Max Revived and then come after me. And what I'm going to do here, we're actually going to double chance this. Anything but a loss. Like, I'm not, no, that's good enough. Wasn't looking for a fly or necessarily, you know, there was no specific, I wasn't, you know, flying would have been good. I would have gotten to way up here. But he does 140. Does he have chain levels on that? He does. There's no need. I could use overdrive here, but there's really no need, since he's doing 142 damage. The most that I would do is one, although interesting. Let me think here for a second. $104. Could overdrive. I don't want to fly. I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually going to backtrack, go after Verizian here. Nice. My thought is, I don't want to hit Zapdos and fly. That would not be good. And now I can kind of make my way back around. He will probably Max Revive Ho-Oh, maybe? I don't know why you do Ho-Oh, so Verizian. Okay. But that's actually okay. And now I'm going to overdrive here, which is going to give me 140 and 100. And if need be, on my next turn I can X attack, which will get me up and over the 142, which is what we're going to do. And we're just hoping he doesn't roll gold into our purple. Okay. So now we're going to take over his entry points. We need Zapdos and Sceptile, who I have confidence in, to hold up their end of the bargain. No. Absolutely not. That is... I cannot even tell you how wrong of an answer that was right there. Alright, so here we go. He's probably going to take Verizian, hop over, which is going to knock out my Zapdos. He's so predictable, right? And then we're going to need Mew to hold up somehow. And this is 31 on 30 would be perfect. Okay, so he held up for one turn, which is great. We needed one turn at least. And then I'm just going to slide over here even more. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a chance here. Yeah. It didn't work out, but I have both my entry points open, so it wasn't a huge risk. Now we can go here. I've got chain level on him. That was disappointing. I would have preferred to get a knockout there. I'm starting to run low on time. If we can roll blue or confuse ray, that's good. I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to gamble that Phantom will handle his business. So far, so good. He does have a long throw in waiting. So even if he gets Ho-Oh out by losing Phantom or by losing Rayquaza, we can still he can still, it's not the end of the game for him. All right, Sceptile. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now I need Sceptile to hold on for one spin so we can claim a victory. Just one spin, that's all you got to do, man. Perfect. And so, while Reshiram was on the cover, the thumbnail for this video, this wasn't a video about Reshiram per se, but he filled his role, and the role that I needed him to fill, perfectly. He didn't get knocked out. I wasn't concerned about our Reshiram and Zekrom both on the board. And I believe that rating is a new all-time high. So there we go. But I wasn't worried about, can I banish? And I feel like when you have Reshiram and Zekrom on the board, you change your strategy to, even if it's just a subconsciousness, to think, how can I banish somebody? Instead of, what is my best play in this situation? You also are handicapped with the weight 9. It doesn't seem like a lot, and it's not when you have one Pokemon that has the weight 9. But when you have the two Pokemon that have the weight 9, I feel like you have to make one additional play that you don't want to make typically, as far as setting up the board. When I was able to set up my board there, I got to put everybody where I wanted them, because I knew I just had the one Pokemon that had the weight 9. When you have two, there's only 4 Pokemon that you can put out defensively early. And I think, for me personally, I think it just doesn't allow me to set up quite the way I want. I always have to move one extra piece somewhere that I don't want in their ideal location, if that makes sense, to stall to get the weight 9 cleared. That's going to do it for today's video. We have a maintenance coming out. I don't even know what to expect. My guess is they didn't do any buffs. I mean, they didn't mention any buffs. They didn't mention anything not available in recommended boosters. I would imagine the boosters that are out now are going to keep rolling out until the end of the month. That's only a week away, so it's not forever. But let me know. Head over to Discord. And I like conversing via Discord more than on comments here. But let me know. Come over to Discord. Let me know, what Pokemon are you using that maybe you're using in an unorthodox way? Maybe a little bit of outside the box thinking. I think using Reshiram the way that I'm using it is completely outside the box thinking. Most people are like, where's Zekrom? And I don't know that the two have to be synonymous with each other. Yes, they have a great ability when they are used in tandem. But I for right now, and you know me, I change decks more than some people probably change their underwear. Let's be honest. But for right now, I'm enjoying the deck. I think he fills a nice role, and the results are good. So I'm going to stick with this for a little bit. But let me know. Maybe there's something I'm overlooking, because when you are ingrained to think that there's only one way to do things, you can't see past that way of doing things to something that might be better. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So let me know. Head over to Discord, tag me in it so I make sure and see it. I really try to get to everybody's comments, those who showed me the solar eclipses and their fun decks or UC decks and under. Try to at least check them all out, make a comment, give my thoughts if I feel like I have a thought. And I want to know, which Pokemon are you using outside the box? Maybe it's the one that I've been missing. That's going to do it for today. We will recap any kind of changes, whatever the maintenance is, for 4.0.1 tomorrow. And until next time.